let SummerSlam weekend 2016 officially begin now.
Ladies and gentlemen, to around the point. Ladies and gentlemen, to around the point.
You are now watching Around the Point live on YouTube.com. Here's your host, HEELSTEVEN.
That's fucking me. Of course it's me. It said my fucking name. Oh, we all the way up. And you can stay up too. Because let's face it, no one has a fucking bedtime right now, right? It's fucking Friday, alright? It's officially now Saturday morning, depending how you want to look at it right now. But yes, like I said, SummerSlam weekend is finally here. Depends, again, how you look at it, because I know a lot of people out there went out to Toys R Us to meet up with some of the WWE superstars, what have you. A lot of you also went to independent shows. Some of you went to Evolve. Some of you went to other independent shows. Hell, Ring of Honor just had Death Before Dishonor in Las Vegas. And I gotta say, congrats to Adam Cole for becoming a two-time Ring of Honor World Champion. I'm calling it now. Final Battle 2016. Adam Cole versus Kyle O'Reilly. I'm calling it now. You heard it here first. But yes, guys, this is Q&A number 31, titled HEELSTEVEN versus the World. And obviously, I'm HEELSTEVEN, and I am joined here by absolutely nobody. I am doing this tonight on my own. I understand a lot of things are going on. People are busy right now, so here I am doing this on my own. And hopefully, you guys can sit back, enjoy this, and watch me answer your questions that you guys sent me over this past week. And I want to say thank you to everyone that sent in questions. And at the end of this, I'm going to do my best to really get through these questions. I also got questions sent on Twitter. So I'm going to do a lot of multitasking here. Because normally when I have someone here, whether it's OKFabe or, Chase Oliver or Walter, or if not, Matt from In the Robe Show, normally I have them read the questions and I have the other person checking the chat and a lot of things. So right now, as we speak, I am multitasking. All right. So again, this past week, I've had you guys send me any questions, and I've got a good amount of questions, and it's always cool to get these type of questions sent in, and I'm looking forward to now answering your questions. So it gives you guys the opportunity to be in the chat and agree or disagree with what I'm saying, and it gives you guys also an open discussion, because that's what it's all about, right? Open discussions, what have you. And yes, I got a fucking haircut also, so let me take off this hat here because it's fucking hot right now. It's fucking hot. God damn it. In the chat we have Between the Rope Shows. Hi, Kevin. What's up, Kevin? I guess. Yeah. So let's get on to the YouTube questions first, and from there we'll work our way to the Twitter questions. I also got some questions sent on Twitter. So first two questions come from TN Couponer. Here are my questions. 1, what match are you looking forward to the most this weekend? I think, like everyone else, SummerSlam weekend, there's a lot of matches going on right now. You have Chris Hero versus Cody Rhodes at Evolve coming up at Evolve 67. Takeover Brooklyn. I almost said Dallas. God damn it. Take me back to Dallas. You have, Samoa Joe versus Nakamura. Just probably two matches of the weekend that we could see. Or eventually, of course, Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor at SummerSlam. But if I'm to pick one, I'm going to go in order because I feel like those three matches are going to be it. But if I'm going to go in order, I'm going to go with number 1, Nakamura versus Joe for the NXT title, followed by Finn Balor versus Seth Rollins for the Universal title, and then Chris Hero versus Cody Rhodes at Evolve. That's how I'm going to go with this, and those are the 3 matches that I'm looking forward to the most this weekend because it's really hard to pick one. And number 2, if you could travel back in time to attend any wrestling event, which one would it be and why? Honestly, I know for a lot of people it would be the Attitude Era, because apparently it's like the best era in wrestling for a lot of fans. But for me, I'm gonna say the 80s, if you will, the golden era. Reason being is because that's what I really watched first via the tapes when I was a kid. Through my brother, because he used to collect lots and lots of fucking wrestling tapes and record them as well. So I can get a better understanding of what was going on in that time period. So thank you. And, by the way, you also write in here in the comments, enjoy your SummerSlam weekend, buddy. Thank you. I really appreciate that. And thank you for your questions, all right? TN Couponer. The next 3 questions come from the Angry Mark. Number 1. If you be in any movie or TV show, what would it be? Honestly, either MasterChef or Hell's Kitchen. I don't think I would win it, but as my culinary career, just to get it up there, why not, right? But yeah, that's probably it if you ask me as far as the movie or TV show. As far as movie, though, honestly, I would love to be on Chef 2, if you will, or the remake of Chef. The movie that Jon Favreau did in the food truck, and yeah. That'd be cool, though, but who knows, right? Number 2, now this is a very good question. What show was better, and why? Jimmy Neutron or The Fairly Odd Parents? Okay, it's hard to really pick because both shows were good. And they had sort of similarities. Hey, there were kids. The difference was, hey, one was a smart kid who invented so many things, right? He had a fucking robotic dog. He even made a fucking robotic little brother. Remember that? In The Fairly Odd Parents, you got Timmy Turner, who, let's face it, wasn't the brightest kid in the world. His parents really never gave a shit. He had a babysitter that was a bitch, and he was given Fairly Odd Parents, right? That they pretty much granted all of his wishes, and it's really, really tough to really pick one, though. Really tough to pick, but if I'm gonna pick one right here, I'm gonna go with Jimmy Neutron. Based on the fact that, you know what, the guy invented so many gadgets that were cool as shit, and I always enjoyed those, Timmy Jimmy Power Hours that they would do back in Nickelodeon. So yeah. Number 3, how did you guys do on your very first date? Now, obviously, neither Chase, nor Walter, nor Connor, nor Matt from In the Ropes, or any other person, they're not here right now, so I'm doing this shit alone. So how did my first date go? By the way, before I do that, what's up? Just got done with working Uzi for the last time. That's what's up, Dynasty215. Keep it up, brother. Keep it up. Keep it up. Here we go here. But to this question, though, how did I do on my first date? Honestly, my first date was at 14 years old. And you got to keep this in mind. At 14, I didn't have a job. I was literally living off my parents' money. Like, yeah, Mom, I'm going to a movie with a girl. Can you give me a ride there? Or, hey, Dad, can you lend me like $20 to go to watch a movie? That pretty much was me and my first date at literally 14 years old. I took this girl from school to the mall, which had a movie theater. I forgot what the fuck we watched, but I remember us just chilling at the mall. We did held hands, but it was nothing really serious. We ended up going to the arcade at 14 years old, the fucking arcade, playing air hockey. I don't know if a lot of arcades have these type of rides or type of games. Is where you sit in a car and they close the damn thing, and it's like your virtual reality, like you're in a fucking roller coaster, but you're really not. It was cool as shit, but I forgot what movie we watched. But yeah, that was pretty much the first date, just us chilling. Nothing serious happened, if you will. But yeah, that was my memory of my very, very first date at 14 years old. But remember, guys, I didn't have a job. I was living off my parents. And what's up, DJ Eric? Eric, go to fucking bed, dude. We gotta be up tomorrow early for New York. Which, by the way, guys, in case you guys don't know, myself, Knowledge of Wrestling, and DJ Eric, who's currently in the chat right now, we will be attending literally tomorrow New York City for events in Brooklyn, Evolve 67, and NXT TakeOver Brooklyn. So if you want to meet up with us, feel free to hit us up on our social media. And yeah. So that was the Angry Marks' question. Thank you, bro, for sending me those questions. They were very good questions, if you ask me, especially that Jimmy Neutron and Fairly Odd Parents one. Killer O'Demon 669, number 1. Thoughts on Kenny Omega winning the G1 Climax? I'll be honest, a part of me thought that Naito was going to win. I felt like it was Naito's time, even though he already won one. Even though he already won a G1 Climax, I think many years ago. But I felt that, hey, with Los Cinco Ronaldo de Japón, hey, Naito should be the one headlining Wrestle Kingdom. Now, Omega winning it wasn't bad at all. At the same time, you want to give some breath back to the Bullet Club. Let's face it, Bullet Club right now is more like NWO 2000, if you ask me. To be honest here, to be fucking honest. But Omega winning, awesome. Now him and Okada. I do hope Wrestle Kingdom 11, and I do hope that Omega wins. The last thing I want to see, honestly, is Omega, Okada burying Omega. I'm going to say this right now. I feel like Kazuchika Okada, as talented as he is, I feel like the guy's been shoved down our throats already ever since Wrestle Kingdom 10. In my personal opinion, there's no reason why Naito should have lost the belt to Okada. But that's just my opinion, of course. But hopefully, Kenny Omega, the cleaner, does become IWGP Heavyweight Champion. And maybe one day go to WWE. But we'll see what happens with that. The next 3 questions come from David Rivera, a.k.a. Fort Miners Project. Thoughts on the draft? It wasn't the best draft in the world. I felt like Raw got more of the upper hand than SmackDown. But it's kind of crazy like that happened. But yet, Raw episodes have been shit compared to SmackDown. Number 2, how would you book the WWE draft? Simple, not having one. Because eventually this draft is not going to last that long. It's not like, 2002, 2003 where they had the draft for years and years and years. I guarantee you by the end of 2017, there will no longer be a Raw brand or a SmackDown brand. I'm calling it right now. Believe me. And your final question. What wrestling shows are you looking forward to going... Okay, what wrestling shows are you looking forward to be going to next besides NXT and SummerSlam? Ring of Honor's Final Battle 2016, which I have not bought a ticket yet, but I do plan on sometime in the upcoming months. And maybe, just maybe, I don't know yet, maybe, just maybe, WrestleMania 33. Because I'll be honest, I am saving up for Orlando, but at the same time, now that I have my license to drive a car, I really want to buy a car. So I know with the WrestleMania money that I'm saving up, I could also save that up to buy a car. Or, focus on my culinary career. You know what I mean? There's so many options right now. But I do want to do Orlando. I do want to go to WrestleMania 33. But only time will tell. But thank you, bro, for sending me your questions, alright? I really do appreciate it. Draven G asks, how would you feel if the WWE swerved us by having the club help Seth Rollins instead of Finn Balor? Being WWE, to be honest with you, I wouldn't be surprised. Let's be honest here. A lot of us expect Finn to be heel. I personally predict a double turn here. You have Finn go heel and you have Seth become a babyface. Let's be honest, guys. Let's keep it 100. A lot of us right now want to cheer for Seth Rollins. I said this before, after watching that network special with Rollins, the Rebuild, Redesign, Reclaim, that made me want to cheer for Seth Rollins, not boo the guy. Again, he's a good heel, don't get me wrong, but I really want to cheer for the guy. But who knows, really. But again, knowing WWE, I would not be surprised if they ended up swerving everybody. Alright, I'm reading the comments here. LOL, good old dinner in a movie by Dynasty215. DJ Eric, I ain't even tired, LOL. Jeremy 1, who's drunk yet? He's 26 and he's just getting his first car. Yeah, bro, it happens, believe it or not. I mean, there's a lot of people I know that are in their fucking 30s and they don't have a car yet. Not because, they can't get it or anything like that. Just times are hard, Unlike some people, a lot of us can't rely on mom and dad to get us everything in life. That's just the way it is. Simple as that, What can I say? Anywho, let's get on to the next couple of questions here. Michael Corvin writes here, 3 questions. Number 1, who was your favorite wrestler during your early years as a wrestling fan? I'm gonna say, when I was a child, like when I first started watching Hulk Hogan based off the tapes I was watching. But as I got older, I'm gonna say Stone Cold Steve Austin because at the time I kind of understood what was going on. Number 2, favorite SummerSlam show and match. I'm gonna say 2002. Favorite match: Shawn Michaels versus Triple H, the unsanctioned. Number 3, do you have a favorite Nickelodeon game show? If so, which one? Example: Legends of the Hidden Temple, Double Dare, Nick Arcade, Guts, Figure It Out, etc., etc. I always loved Legends of the Hidden Temple. I always loved, just the concept of it. They're trying to qualify for the, the challenges and the steps of knowledge, and they have to get down and do these obstacles and go into the temple. I always loved that. My favorite team, believe it or not, was always the Purple Parrots. I would always cheer for them, even though they would never win one. They would never, go inside the temple. It's always either the Silver Snakes or the Orange Iguanas. But other than that, I also love Double Dare. I always laughed my ass off when you'd have that one family stuck on that one obstacle. It literally gave you like 60 seconds to do the whole obstacle, right? And you had that one obstacle they were stuck on. It'd be like the fucking giant pancake or the fucking pizza or the fucking nose. Like, how the fuck do you get stuck on a nose? I'm just saying. Nick Arcade, I wasn't really big on. Guts, I liked. I liked Global Guts when they had all the international people from like Mexico, Germany, the U.S., Spain, what have you. What was this show from the 80s? Fuck. It was pretty much them trying to find something. I think it was Finders Keepers. I'm going way back with that one. Finders Keepers, where they would have to search something in this organized place and shit. See, I'm going way back with this. Did you have to clear DWI charges to get a car or something? No, I just never got a car. Simple as that. I was at a time where I just didn't give a shit, But now, as you get older, you realize that, hey, some priorities are important. Nick Arcade rules. There you go. The Chase what's up, brother? How are you today, man? And yeah, there we go. Next 3 questions come here from Triple H Guy 2004. Do you think SummerSlam goes back to the West Coast after next year? I would say so, but at the same time, dude, if I'm WWE being SummerSlam, I would consider just going to hotspots. And nothing against the West Coast, but if I'm WWE, I'll put SummerSlam after next year. I'd consider going to Miami. Somewhere like that, but who knows, right? Or if not, a stadium. Maybe a stadium. Because again, SummerSlam is the second biggest, event after WrestleMania. Give it that WrestleMania feel, on a smaller scale, of course, but who knows? Do you see Bayley on Raw after SummerSlam? Honestly, no. If anything, I think she would be better off on SmackDown. Yeah, you could have her debut, but who knows, right? And number 3, do you think the Rio stays with WWE after suspension? No. To my understanding, his contract expired by the end of the month or next month, something like that. So he's done. And I'll be honest about it. I always felt that they never gave a shit about him. Even when they brought him back, that you can just tell no one gave a shit. Again, says, when does a Patron or El Patron get suspended or something? I don't know. That's just my opinion, of course. But yeah. Next question comes from Between the Ropes Show. Do you think Joe will be coming after SummerSlam? I don't think so. If anything, I'd say by next year's Raw after Mania. Now the final 3 questions from YouTube come from X8675309858. I feel like I just gave a game code. I don't know, but that's the vibe I get. I think you're the IWC savior. I could be wrong on that. Number 1, if McGregor loses, where do you see him now? Going back to 145, defending his featherweight title against Jose Aldo, and possibly beating Jose Aldo again. Because, again, listen, his fight with Nate Diaz won't be a bad fight. The rematch was something that we've all been looking forward to. Even after this week with the whole water bottle situation, right? People throwing water bottles and shit, which I thought was funny. But if you watch the weigh-ins today, people were saying that, Nate made him flinch, what have you. Honestly, I didn't catch that. But Nonetheless, I'm going to go with Nate Diaz winning again. Again, I've said it before and I'll say it again. I don't hate Conor McGregor. I think he's a very good fighter. One thing I just can't stand is the fan base that put him on this pedestal like he's bigger than Anderson Silva, bigger than George St. Pierre or John Jones. Not for nothing and not to come off like a dick here, but this is, again, Conor McGregor's a good fighter, but this is reality. Conor McGregor couldn't even hold John Jones' jockstrap or Anderson Silva's jockstrap or GSP's jockstrap on his worst day. Or on their, whatever. But you kind of get the idea. Number 2, what match will be the highlight of SummerSlam in your opinion? I think I already said this already. Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor. I think that's going to be the match that everyone's looking forward to. So it has to fucking deliver. Right? And your final question, thoughts on Shelton Benjamin's injury? Is very, very unfortunate. But at the same time, though, it's, the fact that WWE caught the injury before he debuted is kind of a good move. And credit to their medical staff. Because the last thing you want is to have him come in with an injury. And then later on get worse. So I do know that he'll be back soon. So when that happens, be prepared, guys. And we're here to the questions, yo. Where the love for where I live? Okay, reading the comments here. Where the love for where in the world? Well, that was a good show too, but it was never on Nickelodeon. So I guess what he asked for Nickelodeon shows. Bullet, Brett Bullet 101. Did you watch RY DVD? Yes, I did. I thought overall it was a very, very solid pay-per-view. So there you go. Next question here. I think SummerSlam will be in NY 27-2. They need 4 big pay-per-view in NY 1 a year. Jeremy, what the fuck is with all these damn wrestlers being addicted to Adderall? My boy has some good price on Adderall. The wrestlers would love him. What's the biggest pun failure you ever did, Steven? Doing your chick. I'm just kidding. No. That's a good question, dude. I mean, I'll tell you what, dude. Try to come up with the compilation, and then from there I'll think about it, alright? Now let's get on to the Twitter questions. Yes, I even had questions sent to me on Twitter. Alright? So if you want to send me questions on Twitter, it's at HEELSTEVEN. Alright? Use the hashtag like you see on the screen, AskHS, so I know it's for the Q&A. Alright, here we go. First question here from Ryan Steele is at _Ryan_Steele. At HEELSTEVEN, hashtag AskHS. If you could go back in time to see one iconic noteworthy film, example Terminator 1, Star Wars, etc., what would it be and why? I would say, honestly, Back to the Future. Because to me, it's always been my favorite trilogy movie. It's always been Back to the Future. And just to see it back in the 80s, why not? Or if not, go even back more in time, Rocky. Especially back in the 70s and shit like that, So there you go. Your second question here. Fuck, marry, kill. Naomi, Mia Yim, or Jade, or Taya Valkyrie. I apologize if I botched her fucking name. But here is her picture of her. And I'm not gonna lie. She looks alright. I mean, not the kind of girl that I would bring home to mom, but that's just me, of course. You have a standard, right? You gotta have a credit report, cooking skills, and knitting skills. If you don't got none of that shit, don't waste my fucking time, wench. Alright? But to pick out of these 3, I would fuck Naomi. I would marry Mia Yim or Jade, and I would kill Taya Valkyrie. I apologize again if I botched her name. And your final question here. Top 5 favorite wrestlers of all time. Do you think Kanye West screams out his own name when he climaxes during sex? Who knows, dude? I mean, damn, can you imagine? I mean, I'm sure he would, probably an auto-tune, but okay, top 5 wrestlers of all time for me. Why do you guys do this to me? Okay, I'm going to do my best here. So, Bear with me here, okay? And again, this is for me no order whatsoever. I'm just checking out the playback here. See how it's playing. It's playing out good. Awesome. Goldberg is coming, so there you go. I'm sure he is. All right, so number one. Ric Flair. Number 2, Bret Hart. Number 3, Kurt Angle. He won a gold medal with a broken freaking neck. Number 4, Shawn Michaels. And number 5, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Again, it's in no order whatsoever. All right, I'm just letting y'all know that right now. It's in no order. So don't, how's he before that guy? What the fuck, bro? Again, listen, it's not in no fucking order. Maybe Undertaker's coming to SummerSlam too. Maybe he is. The best match should be Valor versus Rollins, but close second would be Styles versus Cena. Could be. Next week, Field of Honor will kill it. I hope they do. I really hope they do. But I'll tell you guys what, if you guys want to send me some questions on Twitter, feel free to. And if not, maybe I'll just wrap it up here. Who knows right now? Let me just see how long I've been on the air right now. Not bad. I've been on the air for less than 30 minutes. Fantastic right now. I think SummerSlam will be in NY 2017. Also, yeah, there will be. They're going to be on 2015, 2016, and 2017. So, again, it's gonna be fun. I can't wait. Got out for ROH, and it's barely 9 p.m. That night. It's just getting started. I've missed Vegas. Good for you, bro. Good for you. Yeah. Good for you. Just again, can't wait. This literally a couple hours. I'm not even fucking tired. Though I should be literally knocking out because I gotta get ready for tomorrow, or again, depending where you're at right now, later on today. I'm heading to New York literally by 12 p.m. with my boy DJ Eric, who is probably still in the chat. I'm not even sure. We're heading over to Brooklyn, meeting up with Knowledge of Wrestling, a.k.a. Walter. Heading over to Evolve 67. After that, we're going to head to the Barclays Center. This NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 2. Shinsuke Nakamura versus Samoa Joe. And then Sunday, I'm heading to the Barclays Center again for SummerSlam by myself, unfortunately. But I'll be meeting up with Elena Nicole. We'll be heading over to Buffalo Wild Wings. So if you guys want to meet up with us and say hi to us and take pictures, what have you, come over to Buffalo Wild Wings this Sunday, hours before SummerSlam, and meet up with us and, get a conversation going, talking about wrestling, what have you. And yeah, I can't wait. Literally, this weekend is going to be lit as fuck. It's very unfortunate, though, that I will not be able to bring with me this beautiful camera, my Canon T5i Rebel, because they don't allow cameras with exchangeable lens inside the Barclays Center. So pretty much the day in life vlog will be through this phone, pretty much. But I'll make it work. I will fucking make it work. Yes, I'll be doing day in life vlogs for both TakeOver Brooklyn and SummerSlam. So be on the lookout for those when they drop on this channel. TEAMHEEL podcast live this coming Wednesday. I do hope, depending on the schedule with my new job. I'll keep you guys posted on Twitter. How long do you think TNA will? Why don't we have SummerSlam and MSG? Because I think it's expensive to rent out the building. That's why I think WWE normally rents out SummerSlam. Why do you think WWE normally rents out MSG for house shows only? Sam Katz, you right here. How long do you think TNA will to his Matt Hardy think? I think you're asking, how long do I think TNA will allow Matt Hardy to do this broken Matt Hardy gimmick? Honestly, they should milk this shit for as much as they can right now. Let's face it, I think we said this on the podcast last week. Broken Matt Hardy is probably the best character TNA has right now. If you're to go on Wrestler of the Year based off character alone, Matt Hardy would be it. I wouldn't be surprised. Keep this in mind. I got Kenny Omega here on the screen, here in this little display here for the stream, but he's up there as well. But if I'm TNA right now, I would milk the fuck out of this broken Matt Hardy. Brother Nero. I don't know. Some shit like that. Let's see here. What's you fuckers right here? But yeah. You know what? I'm going to wrap up this Q&A now. Thank you all tonight for tuning in live. Again, get ready to kick off SummerSlam weekend. I'm going to set up and pretty much get ready because tomorrow or later on today I have a long day ahead of me. So yeah, if you guys are going to take over Brooklyn or Evolve 67 or SummerSlam, let me know in the comments. Let me know on Twitter. If you want to meet up with the social media will be in full effect throughout SummerSlam weekend. Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. If you guys have a Snapchat, it's obviously just search me up, HEELSTEVEN. Alright, you can find me there. Also on Instagram, HEELSTEVEN. Twitter, @HEELSTEVEN. So yeah, hit me up on those social medias. I'll be posting a lot of stuff. I'll be also vlogging. So yeah, can't wait. Dummy. Yeah. Brr. Alright, y'all. Follow me on Twitter @HeelSteven. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Share this Q&A through social media. And yeah, give us a big old thumbs up. And if you want to support this channel, support me on Patreon. Become a patron. Get yourself some cool rewards and perks in the process. All the links down below in the description box. So yeah. Peace, Steven. Good night. Alright, good night to you, brother. Have a safe trip. Alright, thanks, brother. Appreciate it, man. Alright, y'all. We're out like Janet's titties. Hit the music, motherfuckers.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Around the Point. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Around the Point.
You are now watching Around the Point live on YouTube.com. Here's your host, HEELSTEVEN.
That was me. We all the way up. Kenny sent us home.